think that's more better on my face. So hello everybody. Currently see me at the moment. I'm just testing out the audio quality. If everything is good, I will proceed to live stream. Then if not, then I'll see you guys next year. I'm just testing out the. But it does look like the camera, and the new microphone is coming into play. So we've got a new microphone for Christmas. So we're doing a Christmas live stream. So that is what I'm doing today. And we're just doing that today. So everybody, hello everybody, it's the Blue Aerospace here. We are doing the live stream of the Christmas live stream actually, so it's gonna be cool. And we're just doing that. So now I have to sugar. What was that doing again? Mainly forgets. Yeah, nah, so we're trying to get the, because every time I create like a live stream, it creates like another live stream, another live stream, and then another live stream all of a sudden. So yeah, that's the thing. Oh yeah, there's the live stream, the one that we don't need. Because this immediately creates like 2 live streams. That I'd have to delete one of them so it'd work. Also, not to mention, like these are recorded, so if like these are recorded, so like you can still watch them over time. So that's the good thing. So have one person joined, which is good. I'll quickly spam the link so people can also watch online. So yeah, while we're watching, I'm watching and doing it at the same time, how's everyone else's day been? Hopefully it's been as good as mine, because, you know, I've had a good day. Hopefully you guys have too. Now we want to... Now, while we're at it, we're building a starship in Kerbal Space Program, like what we do per usual. They added a cargo variant of the starship, so what you're seeing here, that big mouth thing that opens out, it looks like a grasshopper. That is a cargo variant of Starship, but it's the Block 2. So yeah, it's quite cool. So now we're gonna fit this thing with cargo, I reckon. I think that'll look cool. So I think every time you wanna like fly this thing, right, you wanna like take some fuel out so you can distribute the mass and the weight of Starship. Because Starship's pretty heavy. And when it's heavy, it tends to like flip forward this way or that way. And when it goes down, it's usually isn't a good thing. Or when it goes back, it also isn't a good thing. So you want to have like evenly distributed on the exact like plane of where you're landing. So yeah, I currently have the next like 3 or 4 hours to play around, or 2 depending, of fun. So what we're gonna be doing is gonna build Starship, take it to the moon or Mars, and then see what happens. So it's gonna get the main fuel tank. Now, when you're building Starship, you have to. There's like a certain way you're supposed to make the control thrusters. So we only want this to. We want the top nose cone one to have like roll, so it goes this way, I think. So it rolls this way, and then it is pitch yaw rolled. So that's how the movement goes. and then that's how it works. So let's do that. Also, we have to disable roll control as well for the fuel tank. So the fuel tank section has just has pitch and yaw, whereas the nose has roll. Which I mean, I think that's pretty good actually. So yeah, do that. Now, as we are 4 minutes, oh sorry, 5 minutes. Apologies for that. As we're 5 minutes into live stream, let's get building. Also, you can see my beautiful face right here. As we're doing it, because I think this will be the only time this year that I show my face. I did make that out of a joke, because I'm doing the whole joke of doing it next year, because we only have like 5 or 6 days, I believe, till like next year. And when next year hits, I'll be getting older and older. There's that heat shield. It looks like a weird looking heat shield. It's like a transformer heat shield. Or like an active cooled heat shield. I think that looked pretty cool. Supposed to be active cooled. We can also have the vapor cone effect, so when the thing goes really fast, like when it goes, I think 360 meters every second, that's like passing maximum aerodynamic stress. So that's pretty fast. That is fast and fast. Right, so now we have to attach the flaps. Look at that. So we have to move it to actually like use, if you want, you can use the A and the D key to like rotate them to your position if you want to get them lined up. And then pitch is W and S, and then Q and E is for roll when you want to roll things. Same as in flight as well, so that's what you want to do. Also, if you're just joining today, we have quite a bit going on over here, where we have like because if you join, right, you'll see like a live stream chat thing on the bottom. It's actually more on the on my how do I say this? On my left. Oh god, which one is which? On my middle left, so you can see like the chat, and then on the top left is my beautiful famous face. Yes, it's yeah. Anyways, it's big face. So here we go. So we're gonna add the flaps now instead of me yapping around. Let's get this done. That looks like a proper starship to me. Now it needs the engines and the like fuel. I mean, I don't think we can do the fuel because like I have interstellar fuel switch enabled, but I want to get that for the warp drive because you know warp drive is cool. And I'll stick that there and then install the shielding on the engines. So yeah, we have engine shielding obviously, so duh. So you know our engines don't die. Now we have to like, speaking of engines, we have to like actuate the engines and toggle the engines to the number 2 on the keyboard if you want to do that when you're playing the game. So you want to use action groups for this, so you need to toggle the engine and toggle actuate out. So these engines will like pivot out basically, and it's just really like, it just looks satisfying to be honest when the engines like toggle out and everything. It's cool. And you're also gonna do the deploy the flaps. So toggle deploy them, so I'll toggle them if they will work. And we want to skip to action group 6 so we can like disable actuation, so we can keep them like, I wouldn't say stowed, like fully stowed, but like somewhat like halfway closed but not actually working. And then action group 7 would be just like landing angle, so that just fully closes the flaps and you cannot undo it. But if you to undo it, like it'll be a pain to work again. So, you know, it wouldn't really, I mean, I guess you could do it with the Cal controller. Speaking of Cal controller, let's do it now. Why is there 4? So this will be like for the flaps, to set them into like correct angle. Yeah, deploy limiter, no, authority limiter and deploy limiter. So what does this one do? So if I just move it like that, and then, huh? Oh, I think it goes like this. Oh, so it opens out. That's wicked. What if I do it like, have it like this? Let me replay it. Oh, okay. What happens if I just whip it around like that? Okay, so I completely stows it. Okay. I sort of see what's going on, but I'm gonna keep it to action group 7. And when it hits action group 7, the flaps will like they'll close into like their stowed position, so this will like stop immediate aerodynamic drag that'll be affecting the vehicle. And if if the thing does lose control or drag, then it's either because I'm just the epic gamer doing my job. Nah. Right. Also, how's everyone's day been? I've been asking about you guys lately because I've been too focusing on me work, which is live streaming, which is awesome. Also, it's kind of funny because like I have 2 microphones. So I have this inbuilt one and then this one right here. But I'm currently talking to this one right here, hence why you can hear my voice like this getting louder and louder by the second. But I'm testing out the new microphone. Testing out the new microphone because it just like sounds better. I just want to see something different for today. If you'd like me to, I can switch back to my main microphone I'd normally use because I think that would definitely work. Righty, it's done. So we gotta think of a payload to put in Starship. I reckon we put a banana in there. Because, like, why is the COPV up there? COPV's being those tanks there that simultaneously keep exploding by every test. Let's deploy something easy today in today's flight test. So I want to filter by name actually, so I reckon I have a stack separator. Cause I just like it has like 2 separators that like separate at once and it just like comes off like nice and slowly in the vacuumous space. Now I need something that would like, well, we can test the vacuum Raptor engines. Or not. Or you can put this big bowl looking thing in space. They can fill up with liquid hydrogen. Or full of booster prototype that just puts like the entire booster inside the starship. Nah, let's not do that, I reckon. Let's give it some bowls. Joking. No, I gotta think of this. I think I should put like an ore tank in there, because like a tank full of ore is like pretty respectable for like a test flight payload. So I need like the largest one we have. So like a large holding tank. Yeah, like something like this, I reckon. And fill up with ore. Oh god, that's pretty big. I'm just seeing what kind of payload I can fit in here. Ooh, also, I think we can get the what's it called? Like we can get a telemetry mod working if we wanted to. So it has like the telemetry like on my bottom left, it has like the booster on the left, and then right on the ship. There's like the time in the middle and all the fuel and everything, which I reckon would be pretty cool. Alright, now for the booster. Which booster should we have? Because I reckon we should go for a block 2 booster. Because the block 2 booster is actually the old super heavies that they used to do. Well, actually, I reckon we go for this one right here. Also, we got to fix the grid fin camera, because that is absolutely messed up and needs probably some tweaking. And when we like do that, you know, it would look better if we fix the camera there. Now, I don't know what add-ons we can put here to the booster. So we can get rid of all these like long chime things here. Just get rid of them. Don't need them. A booster quick disconnect. Lower load points. What does that do? Lower load points. Oh, is that those? Is that those? I'm gonna get rid of that. Actually, that does nothing. Stability stringers. Common dome stringers? No. Forward dome string extensions. It's like a booster 7 style. You guys know what I mean? So something like that. Alright, so yeah, something like this, I reckon. And should we have the hot stage ring with like the big ring in the center that like separates it when we fire the engines? Yeah, let's add that, I reckon. Also, the one I have right now has like a special engine config. So for those to work right, it's a bit of magic here. So what I do is like I'd fire it up. The like thing separates, and it'll be like actual fire effect coming out. And when that fire effect comes out, it actually pushes the thing away, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty nice feature, to be honest, which I quite like. Now we can, over here, we can also like switch up the engines for the booster, because the booster has 33 engines, but then it's like a full-on cluster. So what I reckon we can do is we can remove the cluster and then add our own engines. What's this one? BR2, yeah, it's the one. So what we can do is literally just get rid of the main engines and just use this as like an aero cover to then add our own engines, which by the way have better looking plumes than the stock ones, which is over here. But like the engine shielding doesn't look as good as, like it just looks a bit broken. You guys know, it looks just a bit broken. When yeah, you guys get the idea. It's just not textured on properly. There we go, and then same with the non-gimbalable engines. Also, we can simulate out a few engine outages, which is pretty cool. So there's like one engine that literally just explodes. That's mind-blowing. That was a good joke there. So yeah, we're gonna do the same engine actuate out like we did on the ship. And then when that happens, like it'll just work really well. Stack separator. Have that at last, actually. Now we have to add the grid fins, so like the control surfaces that will bring unnecessary of bringing back the booster back towards its recovery zone, which is the launch tower. And we probably will be hitting the tower this live stream because I'm just an epic gamer. Though I gotta admit, like it's easier controlling block 1 and block 2 booster than the new block 3 one, in my opinion. Like it's more like easy. And if I was to control it, I'd probably still hit the tower with it because you know, I don't really know how trajectories work in this game because I have a wind mod in that game that like literally messes up our trajectory in the last second, which, you know, it is realistic enough to be that, but yeah. Also, I won't be adding the frost mod, like, again, because I have the interstellar fuel switch mod, which is, like, conflicts with the cryogenic mod, so it don't work. It do not work. But yeah, I might simulate an engine outage where, like, a thing explodes, like, on mid-launch, which, you know, would be quite funny. So yeah. Now, for those who just joined, right? This is Blue Aerospace here. Seeing another video, another live stream of me. Feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps my channel out and certainly helps me. Now that we are at it, and we are 23 minutes into stream, so yeah, you guys got to keep spamming the like button. Let me just turn down my stream audio. Just get like ear raped by it. I reckon that's more of a respectable noise limit. I gotta turn on the in-game audio. We can simulate an engine outage on the outer ring. Let's do that right now. So let's just say the engine just turned green and had a rich plume from the oxidizer on board, and then decided to shut itself down automatically. Look at that, it's not good. Oh wait, we'll just use the mech ascent guidance to get us back to orbit. Also, when we reach like a higher altitude or height in space or near our space, we will separate. So while we're launching, we'll separate, and when we do that, we'll shut down all of the engines on this stage, and then fire up the stages on this stage, and then separate them while the booster flies away while the ship goes on its mission. So you only have like one engine outage. Whoops, another one out. Whoops, another one out. And another one. POV Raptor 1. How's the TWR doing? Oh, it's actually surprisingly going up because the depth of the atmosphere is decreasing, so we are going up while the atmosphere is going down. So I reckon we are around max Q now. Yeah, we are, which is good. Some onboard footage. Armored view from booster. Hello, Hal. Welcome. Welcome aboard. We're having a little bit of a issue with Flight 11. We have a few engines out, but anyway, we keep going. You can see my face, by the way. But here we go. This is because this is a Christmas live stream, so I'm doing it right now. Alright, let's go for hot staging. So we have to roll the booster in the ship on one way so we can like actually perform an actual flip. Cause that'd be flipping awesome. Let's go for booster engine cutoff. Booster engine cutoff and ship engine startup. Oh, the thing exploded. Oh well, we're doing it again. Oh dear. Look at the engine outages. We're gonna do a good landing, don't you guys reckon? Anyway, we can still go. I feel like we should be fine to relight another engine. I reckon if we have at least like one engine out, it'd be easier. Booster 7 on ship 38. Oh yeah. Oh man, imagine that the booster was like on top of the ship. That'd be cool. Alright, let's just quickly throttle down our engines. So shutting down the middle ring and the center then. And then we'll glide back. Test out how everything's going. And now quickly just vent out all the fuel from here because we don't need that fuel anymore. All that leftovers. So we want to get like the best landing profile. I bet you there's gonna be like at least like 20, like not 20, like 5 engines out on landing. How do you make the engine controls individual though? Well, thing is, right, you gotta like actuate them out and like you gotta like toggle like get like 10 symmetry, and then you want to like get it so it like and hold Alt as well because that also does a trick. And we have a booster on its way back to the ocean landing, so we did divert for a catch thing. Oh, hello. Nice. The frost doesn't work because we don't have like a proper fuel switch mod enabled, so it doesn't work for me. I'll have to uninstall Interstellar fuel switch for it to work. Anyway, we're gliding the booster now, just above for its catch. Here we go for catch. Oh, catch? Landing burn. Here we come above the ocean. Oh geez, oh geez. coming in hot. Here we come for landing. Oh, we can see the water below. Oh, engines have been lost. Perfecto. Now we gotta skip to the ship. So we'll continue our ascent burn as the ship enters our orbit around Earth. And we'll deploy our little payload, which is not a banana this time. It is not a banana. No, not banana for now, because you know we want to keep the banana population great. Oh, ships is coming on re-entry, but no, we want to get this thing in orbit first. So yeah, pretend that we just did our Seco burn just then, and we are in orbit. My input volume is actually pretty good right now, because if I have the microphone to my mouth like right now, it should be fine. Anyway, I could just like, actually I'm gonna switch back my audio. Also, let me just see what is the main mic here. I think you can hear me now, so try now. Because I'm just switching to my regular mic that I normally use. I was just seeing if it would work better. Maybe my input volume is too low, so that's what I gotta work on. So, you know, that's what I gotta do. But yeah, now you can hear me perfectly enough, so yeah. Oh, and we just reached Seco. I didn't realize that because I was just too busy having fun. Alright, let's open up the cargo bay and deploy our payload. I like how it opens that one door first and then the second one instead of just automatically. Huh? Why is this like this? Why is that messed up? I'm generally kidding. Is that 50? Yeah, it's 50. Great. Anyway, so we have Starship in orbit right now, so we just deployed our payload. So yeah, we deployed our fake satellites in space, so we did that already, so, you know. But not to mention this stream is going to be a light stream, like a short one, I'd say. Yeah, so let's do that, and then we'll do deorbit around Kerbin, which is the Earth-like planet that you see that right on your screen. We'll turn around and do this basic Starship rock. Oh, that's too quick. I'm gonna be entering the atmosphere pretty quick. So I'm gonna set this to 75 degrees off axis. If I do like 90 degrees, I'll be like on a perfect 90-degree angle of our moving speed. Yeah, I know YouTube delay chat thing is not good. It's a bit of a pain actually. Anyway, we're gonna be coming in pretty fast. Like right now, and you can see the plasma now blasting and bending around our ship's flaps, so that's pretty cool. Or should I say, pretty hot. So yeah, we're entering atmosphere at a pretty fast pace. Are we going up? Oh no, we actually could be gliding if I wanted to. So if I set this to 45-degree angle now, ignoring the flaps moving. So yeah, if I press 6, I can like lock them in. Wait, we can guide this thing back to the Kerbal space, and if only. I cannot. So here we are entering the atmosphere at our 45-degree angle. This is how we get a good good glide. Glide this thing like an aeroplane would to a runway, but except this is a starship flight way. Oh. So unlike the most possible glide ever, like this, so you can do like orbital banking and everything on re-entry, which is pretty cool. This is what Starship in real life would do as well. So which is actually quite satisfying to watch. So Starship is or should be going up. But if I pitch upward and go up, I would immediately lose all my velocity. Well, not immediately, but I'll gradually lose all my speed. But here we go. Here we go. So let's set this back to 75. So we can get rid of all that extremely, like, all that speed down. Because we want to land in the desert. We want to be caught by the cactus. We also got some engine bay cameras, which is nice. Some more flap cameras. I quite like this one actually. Oh no. This one. So yeah, we'll re-enter like this, like a normal profile. Now we're just under max Q, we pass supersonic. And then we will flip through our landing burn and then we'll, recover. Hopefully, and then make it back alive. If only. Oh, we lost a bit of control. Recover! Oh, flip, 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 flip! Ah! I'm good at landing, trust me, chat. What game is this? This is Kerbal Space Program. It's one of the funny green alien dudes. It's actually a fun game, actually. I recommend you try it out. But like, it's better if you have like mods, and if you have mods, like you can enhance the game. You can make it look peak. Like you can make it look amazing. Like I've seen amazing stuff people have made online, and it's actually pretty good and pretty well done. Yeah, so I reckon we put an end to the live stream, even though it's like 40 minutes long. So I reckon that's pretty quick for a live stream. My normal live streams are about like an hour and a half, I reckon. But for 40 minutes is pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off there, and I will See you guys on the next one. Yeah, KSP does cost money, sadly. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. So enjoy the rest of your like day and night or evening or morning. Have a lovely one.